Hello, my name is Sydney Watts, and I'm a first-year teacher at Parowan High School. I teach 7th grade language arts, reading, debate, and study skills, and I also teach 9th grade language arts and 10th through 12th grade creative writing. I work in a small town, so the middle and high school are combined, and I teach both the high school age and the middle school age. To answer the first question, I believe that students will benefit with me as their educator, not only because of my high expectations for all of my kids, but also because of my purposeful planning and teaching. I believe that students learn best when they are kept busy doing valuable things. The one doing the work is the one that learns the most in the classroom, which is why I use many student-led activities and strategies such as stations, philosophical chairs, jigsaw presentations, and much more. I also know that middle school age kids especially perform much better when they are allowed brain breaks. My kids know that they can communicate to me when they need a brain break, but I also plan brain breaks for them once they complete a task that requires a lot of focus or if they enter my classroom with a lot of energy. I try to keep up with my students' changing needs and ensure my students are taking charge of their learning. To answer the second question, I have learned a lot this year, especially about aligning instruction to the state standards and using assessments to drive that instruction. Throughout each class period, I administer assessments to see how students are doing in a skill. For those who aren't doing so well during the formative assessments, I pull and reteach. After the majority of my students are excelling on the formative assessments, I administer a summative. I use end-of-level test model assessments I create for my students by using the same question stems and matching the rigor. After I teach a standard, I administer an assessment to see if my students have mastered the skill and who would benefit from one-on-one practice. And answer the third and last question, I tier my instruction and I'm constantly changing it to meet the diverse and growing needs of students. I intentionally group students together who I know will strengthen each other to complete assignments and practice together before practicing it on their own. When planning my lessons, I unpack the concepts students need to know and skills they need to be able to do and analyze what they need to understand before they can complete the skill. I also try to predict any obstacles that will prevent students from being able to learn the concepts and skills and adapt my lesson while teaching to help students jump any hurdles they face. I have high expectations for all of my kids, but also understand their diverse needs and do my best to prepare to meet those needs during the planning stage of the lesson and adapt to meet those needs during the teaching stage. If there are any students who are falling behind and still struggling, I pull them and reteach them the skills they have not yet mastered. I have a huge passion for teaching and I love middle school, and I hope to be able to see you guys soon.